Gotta
There
find. There it is.
it
Boom!
is. Boom! What's up,
What's up,
everybody?
folks?
How's it going?
Holy crap! We're here again.
I get
Well,
Rusty controls back a StreamYard and he screws it up.
yeah.
No, he's
Well,
doing good. How's everybody doing tonight?
hope everybody's doing well.
Awesome, Rusty. How are you doing?
I'm all right. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you really want to know, I had to go to the skin doctor yesterday, and I had two precancerous things burn off there on the tops of both of my ears. So yeah, but other than that,
Good.
everything else looked good. He said I didn't have anything anywhere else on me. So
Okay, very good. Awesome. Well, you want to go ahead and say hi to everybody?
hi everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, you mean yeah, I am in color. Let's see, Miss Francis, June's House of Craft, Bear and the Boss Lady, Plywood, JRH, Kevin Durka, Soldier Farms. What's up, Jim? Amy Joe, she's driving. Billy Shoemate, Woodchucker, Caleb, that guy. Guitar Greg, what's up, buddy? Hope you're doing all right. Tiffany Abbott, hey, hey, hey. Hey.
All right.
Hey. Let's see, Joseph Keller, that guy. I've seen some other ones in there too. Tracy Swanson, member of the channel, right? Yeah, that's what the green thing, right? Yeah. Lawrence Albridge. Let's see, Dad. Who else we got in there? I said Durka.
John, Joseph Keller, Bear and the Boss Lady, June's House of Crafts, Plywood.
Yeah. I said all them.
All right. And then Billy Shoemate.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. All right. Well,
William and Heidi in there? I missed. Yep, there they are. Shoop's Woodshop, Workshop, whatever it's called.
Pete Bernard just snuck in, so I want to say something really quick.
Okay.
I want to go find the name because I made her a moderator. Tiffany Abbott.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume that you are Josh's wife, our guest tonight. Now, I made you a moderator, so if he gets out of line, you can zap him. So have fun with that. And speaking of that, I would like to introduce and talk a little bit about our guest tonight. We have Josh Abbott from Nini&Pops Woodshop. Rusty and I had talked about it before and talked with you guys. We're really trying to get smaller channels on the live to get them exposure. And Nini&Pops has 92 subscribers. They have about 30 videos. Most of their stuff is on Facebook, but they're going to be going away from Facebook and heading more towards YouTube. Now, I put their link up, so if anybody wants to go subscribe to them tonight and see if we can get them over 100 subs, that would be awesome. Some of the stuff that Josh does, from what I've seen, is really, really cool. I've seen a lot of his stuff on Facebook, and he does really good work. He's on some charcuterie boards, serving boards, cheese boards, cutting boards, butcher blocks, and custom carvings and decorative wood pieces. He does chainsaw carving. He does Dremel carving. He does just about everything. So go ahead and give him a sub if you guys can. And without further ado, if I missed anything, he can talk about it when he comes on. But please welcome Josh from Nini&Pops Woodshop.
Hello, everybody. You missed how handsome I am. That's what you missed.
That's what it is.
You got to turn that loop off.
Yeah, I wanted it to go twice. All right, Josh, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I am good. So was I right that Tiffany is your wife?
Yes, that is my
Awesome.
wife. So take
Awesome.
it easy
Well,
on me tonight.
oh no. I'm not taking it easy on anybody. If I'm sitting outside in 1 degree weather to do this live, I'm giving everything I have to whoever. I don't care if it's Rusty, you, me. It's
Yeah.
on.
You just have to be careful, Deland, because if you
Yeah,
you might freeze to your chair. You know,
very true.
you don't want to. Yeah, that would be bad. That would be bad.
Actually, it's quite the opposite. I've already done that since I've been out here, and it warms the chair up nicely. So, with that being said, Josh, would you like to talk about your channel to everybody? Like I said, you've got 92 subscribers. We're going to try and get you over 100 tonight. Hopefully, we have 28 people watching, so we should be able to get at least 8 people to go to subscribe. Is there anything that I did not cover that you would like to cover about your channel?
No, I think you got it all. My channel's not just Dremel carving, as he said, or chainsaw carving. I build arcades. I'm a technology guy, so I'll be doing some technology stuff, but mostly just my wood carving.
Awesome. So now you can also later on, I don't know, I may have forgot to tell you this, but you can think about it real quick. You can ask Rusty and I questions too.
Okay.
Whenever you want, you can ask Rusty a question, you can ask me a question. And this is really meant for us to get to know you and the viewers to get to know you kind of more on a personal level, just to, get to know each other. So if you want, I will go ahead and start out.
Well, let me ask one real quick. So, do you like long walks on the beach in the moonlight?
I love
All
long
right.
walks on the beach in the middle of the night.
And Rusty just got it, made it weird. I'm surprised he didn't have
You said get to know him.
As long as you hold my hand.
I'm surprised he didn't have the bow chicka wow wow music going when he asked that question.
I couldn't think fast.
Here, this was Rusty with the music on in the background. So, Josh, do you like long walks under the moonlight?
Yes. Yeah. That's it.
I mean, are we going to be on a beach? Are there waves coming in? Are we sitting down in the waves? Are we cuddling in the waves? What are we doing?
No. I'm not a cuddler.
Okay.
Anyway.
All right. So, what made you decide to start your YouTube channel? And I know we talked a little bit backstage that you started the YouTube moving and a lot of stuff, then you went to Facebook. But what encouraged you to do YouTube, and why are you moving back to YouTube?
I don't really like being on Facebook. I got some pretty good subs there, but I just don't like the way Facebook treats their pages. And I like doing videos. I want to start doing more lives and get to know and talk to people personally rather than just through what you see on my screen.
Yeah. And that I find is really big for YouTube. If you put videos out and you do lives, it makes that connection with the subscribers or people watching your videos. And I think that's a lot more enjoyable.
Yeah.
What's the biggest challenge you've had while filming something, whether it's a carving, a build? Have you had many challenges while you're making something?
I think my biggest challenge while filming is staying out of the way of the dang camera. I'm not like Jordy and them who can figure out how to put the camera in the right place so that I'm not getting in front of it and messing up my whole shot. Like, that's my biggest problem with filming while I'm carving.
Right.
Okay. So when
my carvings are a lot prettier than I am.
So Do you have, all right, I've got it taken down so it's not in the way. Really simple. And Amy Jo told me about this and I bought it. It's a device. Hold on a second. Rusty, solo me.
Oh, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Shit.
All
There
right.
we go.
So this clamps onto your workbench down here. And then you put your phone onto it and you lower it down. So that way you can put it over here. You can put it behind, in front or anywhere. And then you are out of the screen. You're just seeing your hands carving. Do you have one of these?
Just ordered one. She actually sent me the link for it last week.
All right.
I made an order for that with my newest That's All burner, so I should have it soon. Right
Awesome.
now, I have one of the ones that has the camera built in. It's on a tripod, so it'll follow you around the room.
Bland. Stop it. You're doing it. I ain't done it.
I was trying to remove me from the solo layout and I kept removing myself.
Yeah, I know. But you were doing it. I hadn't got to click anything yet.
No, I was yelling at myself to stop because I kept hitting the button.
He was blaming you. He was blaming you earlier, Rusty.
He was. I'm telling you. Whatever.
All right, this is going to be something. I can tell that right now. So, for anybody that didn't know, Josh is Amy Jo's brother. So that is pretty cool. But I am going to go on and ask another question. How do you decide which projects will become videos? Do you just sit down and make something, carve something, or do you think to yourself, I really want to make this into a video? How do you process that, and how do you come up with your content?
I think with mine, I record it, and then when I'm editing it, that's what tells me if I'm going to use it or not. I'm struggling a little bit with editing these days, but usually if there's good enough content, I'll do it. But I actually record almost everything I do. They just don't all.
Is that me?
I think it might be him.
Okay.
Because I hear you. Might have been. There you go. So with that, what is it about the content? If you can still hear us, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What is it about the content that makes you decide if it's video worthy or not? And do you think you're being too hard on yourself when it comes to editing and making the content? What is it that bothers you?
I think your second part's exactly right. I think I'm way too hard on myself, and if it don't look smooth enough, or it don't look, crisp enough, or my voice don't sound right, then it's usually that.
So I think Rusty will agree with me. None of us like our own voices. So get that right out of your head. Throw that away. We do not like listening to ourselves back, and that's just something.
Everybody goes through that. I did in the beginning. Of course, I've been doing podcasts and having to edit my own sound now for 7 years now. So it doesn't bother me anymore. Yeah. Judy hates my voice. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, that's something I'm working, and that's why I wanted to do this too, because I'm working on getting over that.
Cool. And what editing software do you use?
Oh shoot, you would ask me. Wondershare. So I bought Wondershare, and I really like it.
Okay. I haven't even heard of that one.
Now I use CapCut. And CapCut is pretty easy. It
Yeah.
has a lot of free features, and what I like is if you watch any of my videos, not the lives, but the builds, they have transitions that you can put in.
Yeah.
So when you're going from one scene to the other, it just kind of blends it and makes it look somewhat natural rather than just skip to the next frame. So maybe that's something you can look into putting into your videos.
So Wondershare has that too. They have the transitions. They have all the different little emojis and stuff you can throw up. You can set your screen on fire. And then now the newest version I just got, they've actually built AI into it to be able to help you make the transitions more seamless.
Awesome.
Okay, cool.
Awesome. All right.
I'm gonna have to look.
Rusty, do you have any questions you might want to ask them?
Sure. What Coke or Pepsi? Pepsi. No, damn it.
Pepsi's a drink of choice tonight, but I normally don't drink sodas at all.
Yeah.
This is probably the first one I've had in 6 months or better.
Yeah, so I finally moved away. Hey Tim, I finally moved away from sodas. So Judy and I were Coke Zero addicts. I mean, we were drinking. I bet we were drinking 2 12-packs a week, easy. But yes, bourbon. The real answer is bourbon. I like the way Tiffany. Yes, Tiffany.
Wait a second.
I have a nice bourbon collection.
Nice. All right, so we're not going to get too deep into it, but since Tiffany brought it up, I've got to ask, because we encompass everything on this. What is your favorite bourbon, and how many bottles do you have?
My favorite bourbon is Blade and Bow. And right now I have 0 bottles because we drank it all.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Blade and
so
Bow.
That is my absolute favorite bourbon is Blade and Bow. And I've got some expensive bourbons that I don't like.
Right.
Like what?
Blade and Bow's in the middle, about $50-$60.
Yeah. Well,
we'll talk about that off screen.
Yeah, we'll talk about.
I've got an address coming your way. I mean, I don't drink anymore, but yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna send you my address. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
you remember, we're in the bourbon capital of the world.
Yes, you are from Kentucky. That's right. That is right. I forgot to mention that. So how's your guys' weather there?
We've been in the negatives at night, -1, -2. During the day, about 17. And we're still cleaning up from about 6 inches of snow. So it's warm and beautiful.
Nice. So tomorrow is Friday. And Saturday, we are supposed to be hitting -15 to -20 here in Southeast Michigan. And that is going to not be enjoyable when I'm out for my walks. But yeah, we're getting, they're calling it a cold snap coming through. And I'm like, wait a second. The cold has already snapped. How can it snap anymore? So that's going to get crazy. Do you happen to have any questions that you want to ask me and Rusty? I don't want to put you on the spot, but is there anything you want to ask us?
Oh Lord.
What is your favorite bourbon? I would like to know that.
I have Rusty? A bunch of them. I have a bunch of them. Eagle Rare. I love Eagle Rare. Right now I'm drinking Early Times Bottled in Bond. Fantastic.
If it's brown and comes in a bottle, he likes it.
Well, there you go. Wild Turkey 101, Turkey Rare Breed. There's very little I don't like.
Yeah.
I just I love everything about it.
So, my everyday pour for bourbon, if I was still drinking, when I was drinking, was Wild Turkey 101. I think for the price, the value, the taste, Wild Turkey 101 is hands down one of the best bourbons you can get for the price. Now, if you want to get up a little bit more expensive into bourbon, because I've got a whole gamut I could take you through, but we just don't have enough time tonight for that. One of my favorite bourbons is actually a Texas-made bourbon, and it's called Rebecca Creek. And the only reason I was able to get my hands on that, it was the Spanish oak, is one of our friends from Texas mailed it to me, and I still have about half a bottle in there because it's not one that I wanted to drink really fast.
Yeah.
And then before I stopped drinking, I really fell in love with Texas bourbon. So like your Balcones, I like Balcones, and I'm trying to think of the other one that I really like, because it's got Guadalupe, but I can't think of the name off the top of my head right now. Anyways, Texas bourbons. And then Maker's Mark cast strength. Here's something funny. I think Maker's Mark sucks. Can't stand Maker's Mark. I don't like Maker's Mark. But if you give me the Maker's Mark cast strength, I'm a happy camper. It just tastes completely different than the regular Maker's Mark, and I think it's so much better. But yeah, we have, between Rusty and I, we have a vast wealth of knowledge when it comes to bourbon.
Oh yeah.
And I can even send you my I don't post to it anymore, but I have a YouTube channel for bourbon, and I used to do reviews of it. So I'll send you that a little bit later.
What happens when you too much?
Yeah, you can't drink. Yeah. Anyway, so right now, to me, the absolute best value, taste wise, all that, and I just remembered this, but I haven't had the money to buy any yet. I just seen some yesterday or day before yesterday. I was gonna Jack Daniel's single barrel proof. Freaking fantastic! Oh my god, it is so good.
The Jack Daniel's single barrel proof for the price.
Yeah,
$60, 135 proof. Boom, $65. Awesome. Yeah. The Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye, if you like rye, for roughly the same price. Fantastic. So, but all right, we're gonna reel this back in.
Okay, yeah.
Get this back onto woodworking because I honestly, even though I don't drink anymore, I will talk bourbon with you for hours and days. But right now, what mistakes taught you the most early on in your woodworking, wood carving career? Damn, I just transitioned right out of that perfectly.
There you go.
What mistakes taught me the most? I'd say probably getting hurt. I've had an angle grinder to the stomach. I've had chainsaw to the finger. I think that's what's taught me the most is using power tools and learning to respect them rather than just think you're going to run into it. I can't tell you how many times my wife's freaked out because I come in tore up with something. And so I had to learn to respect my tools before I learned to use them correctly. So that would be my biggest.
My wife isn't surprised anymore. My wife has learned to not be surprised. I can come in with missing fingers, broken arms, or whatever, and she will just be like, whatever, let's go. And yeah, so
that's what mine does. She says, okay, well, let's just go to the hospital and get it looked at.
Yep. It's to the point now where if there's blood, we just leave. You know, if it's bad enough for me not to put duct tape or electrical tape on it, it's just let's go. Don't even look at it. Let's just go.
And
So-
see, me, it's usually super glue. I usually clean it out and super glue it back together and finish my
There you
job
go.
and then go get it looked at later.
That's
you
what
go.
they do. I mean, they use super glue in the hospital, so it's got to be okay. Amy Jo wants to know, Josh, who is the go-to person you watch on YouTube? And I think this answer, you better answer this one right. I'm just saying.
Please don't say Amy Jo.
I don't have a go-to, to be honest with you.
No,
I literally watch everybody the same because when I go to bed at night, I put my playlist of all the newest videos on, and I pretty much watch everybody the same.
Josh.
Well,
Josh,
my
I'm letting you
go-to
know right
is
now.
Amy Jo. My go-to is Amy Jo. 100% Amy Jo.
And Josh, right now, I'm going to let you know 2 things. For one, you just deflated Amy Jo's head. Thank you. It's like, bam. So like, oh, look, he doesn't watch his sister. And now you no longer have a sister because she's disowning you. So awesome.
I watch every video she has, and I comment on every video she has.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No. All right. No, I mean, if you guys don't know, I love Amy Jo's work and she's awesome. And yeah, that's awesome. I just when something like kind of like goes against Amy Jo, I'm always like rooting for that because she's put me through so much with the fingernail polish and everything and the whole fart thing. I mean, that's gone crazy. So anytime something could go back to Amy Jo, I'm rooting for it.
My wife says he's lying. It's always Amy Jo.
Yeah, there you go. I think Deland's got this wrong. I think Deland did these things to Deland and just use Amy Jo as the vehicle. I'm just saying.
Rusty,
I think
You're
so
fired.
too. I mean, he is a grown man. I mean,
wait a second.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think you wanted to paint your fingernails. I think you were excited about it.
Awesome, Tim. I'm glad you got him, buddy.
What is even happening right now? How did this go from hating on Amy Jo to where you guys are killing me over here? No, that's not how this works.
No. Oh, okay.
All right. There was a good question I had.
Yeah,
here.
let's move forward now.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Are there techniques that you avoided earlier on in your career, but you love now? Why is Amy Jo highlighted here?
Sorry, that was my bad.
Techniques that I stayed away from, but I enjoy now. No, because when I started, I didn't have any techniques.
I believe you're over 100 subscribers now.
Awesome.
You guys rock. You guys are awesome. But yeah, I think as far as technique, it's just I've had to learn to slow down. I try to get everything done really fast, and still try to put the detail and all that into it. And I've had to learn slow down. That's the only way you're gonna make it the way you want it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I do. I hear you. That's exactly. I get to going on something and I want to finish it, and then the mistakes just start piling up, and then I get frustrated and I throw something and I got to go sit down for an hour or two or whatever and chill out, and then try to go back and figure out where I screwed up. And I get way ahead of myself, and
when you're working with a chainsaw, you can't do that.
No,
I mean you can't put it back.
Right, that's true.
Chainsaws are unforgiving.
And I'm kind of like that. So when I'm building stuff, I definitely go a little slower. because I'm around the table saw, I'm around the miter saw, and you do have to respect those things. But when I'm carving, when I first started carving and trying to learn how to carve, and I sit here and I bust Amy Jo's balls, but she's awesome, and she can carve just about anything. We did the live at one time where I think it was the challenge. By the time I got the nose done on this wood spirit, she done had 2 complete full wood spirits done, and she was starting on a 3rd. And I thought, you know what? I need to be that fast. And then I finally, I'm like, no, I can't be that fast, because for one, I'm not that good. And for two, I just find that taking my time and working with it, it develops on its own and ends up going different locations that if I would have just blew through it, I would have never did. So I totally agree with slowing down.
Yeah. Yep.
My wife is talking crap about me in the chat.
I wish I could see that.
Talking about zapping me and everything.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
Who invited
Awesome.
her?
So speaking of family, and we're gonna go off track in a second, if you don't mind, but I'm gonna ask this one. How does family influence your work and your channel?
Family is everything to me. Family is really all I have. To be honest with you, and it'll probably be a good transition, the reason I even started woodworking at all, like I said, I'm a technical guy. I'm an IT guy. I started woodworking because my son has autism. And so when he was younger, he wanted to go to an arcade or a game room, but he couldn't because of the sensory overload.
Mm-hmm.
Too much noise, too many people. He could never go. So I went out in my little shop one day and studied and learned it and built him his own arcade machine, put it in his room. He loved it so much, I built him another one. Then I built him a pinball machine. And that's honestly what got me started.
See, and that's awesome. I was going to ask, now you had mentioned that your son has autism, and I was going to transition into that. And you made him a video game. Have you ever made him a sensory table? Or does he even like sensory tables? And I know some autistic children use those quite often.
So my son he's 15 now. He's very high functioning now.
Okay.
When he was born, or when he was diagnosed, they told us he would never speak. He would just watch ceiling fans all day and bang his head into floors. Now my son is 10 times more accomplished than I am. I mean, he at 15, he's a columnist for a newspaper. He's a public speaker. He goes to schools and teaches teachers how to interact with students with special needs. He does all this stuff and has totally surpassed anything I think I'll ever achieve in my life.
It's awesome.
So he's not really the sensory table kid.
Okay.
The way we got him to start talking, and people don't believe this, was by using our Alexa that we had at the time. Our little Alexa. I would play YouTube songs on there, and he would hear me tell it to play a YouTube song. Well, then when I wasn't around, he would want it to play a YouTube song, so he would start trying to tell it to, and it would frustrate him. And eventually, Alexa started understanding him, and when Alexa did, we started understanding him. And he started, and my wife worked with him for years with PEX books. I don't know if you've ever heard of a PEX book, but it's kind of like pictures, and they can take the pictures and put them into sentences to tell you what they want.
Okay.
Huh. Okay.
See, that's awesome. There was it's actually a family friend of ours. He went through Boy Scouts with us, marching band, and he is autistic. He still is. But kind of like you said, he's highly functional. He went through marching band, he went through college and graduated college, and he's actually become a weatherman in Minneapolis, I believe. Every once in a while, his mom will post videos of him on the TV. So the thing where people think autistic children, I don't want to use the word doomed, but that they're limited. They're not limited. Very intelligent, and as long as you work with them and move them forward, they can do some amazing stuff. And that's awesome that your son is doing that.
So my son has a thing where he doesn't believe in the word disabled.
Okay,
he believes in
good.
differently abled.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Because he lacks in social skills like meeting new people and being in loud restaurants and all that. Yeah, he has problems with that. But he has so many other abilities and skills that completely outdo ours. I mean, he has a photographic memory. He can actually remember the day he was born. He can tell you all about it.
Wow, that's crazy.
So yeah, I don't go for that whole they're doomed and all that. They enjoy life just as much as everybody else, just in a different way. And we need to conform to that understanding to come down and show them that we understand that.
Yeah, kind of. Maybe this is the bad way of saying it, but kind of come down to their level.
Yeah,
and work with them at that level rather than our level. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
Awesome. Rusty, you got anything?
I'm just hanging out. Go ahead.
He's hanging on like a hair in a biscuit.
That's right.
All right. Well, we kind of covered this, but I'm going to ask it. You know what? I'll wait on that one. How do you balance shop time with family time? That can be a huge, huge undertaking, but how do you balance family and life, or family and crafts?
I have a hard time with that because I work so much and then I come home, and it's luckily in my situation, my son, he does thing. He doesn't really enjoy the things I do. I don't enjoy the things he does a lot of times, but we get together and we hang out and we have talks. My wife, she's got her own small business. So usually at night she's working her business, or she's watching murder crime shows that I don't watch. So it's usually like we get our time at dinner time and a little bit here and there, right after work and stuff. But then we kind of all understand that we like different things and we watch different things. And so we've kind of got it to where we can all spend our little bit of time together and then go our separate ways. And we're happy with that.
That's awesome. I do have to ask, because I like murder. What murder shows does your wife watch?
Oh, Lord. I don't think there's any she don't watch. First 48, Body Cam. Oh, gosh.
You better be careful, Josh. She might be planning something, they watch
she's already told me how I'm going to die and how they'll never find me. And
oh, jeez.
And now
just keep
we
a
have
journal.
it documented.
Yes. Keep a journal.
Awesome.
I know better.
All right. So since you had mentioned that your wife has a small business, and that's fantastic. That is awesome. So this question is going to kind of go to you. When did woodworking shift from hobby to business, I feel like it's shifting that way. I've seen some of the stuff. You made this, I want to say it was a Kentucky, you chainsawed a big sign with Kentucky on it.
Yeah. So one of my friends my mentors has been teaching me how to do that. And so that was all chainsaw.
How did you get the lines? So I was looking at the picture on Facebook, because you were selling it, and the lines, from what I could see from the picture, looked really straight, and the back where you chainsawed it out looked very even. Now, I don't chainsaw carve, but I have to imagine making those lines and the letters with the chainsaw is not very easy. So I guess my question is, how did you make them look so good with the chainsaw?
So it's like I said earlier, it's all in taking your time. And then the bar that I have, which is a dime tip bar. So that way you can get in the small little spaces and crevices. But it's basically taking it layer by layer by layer. It's not an easy process to do those letters like that. And it took me probably close to 6 months to 8 months to learn how to do it.
Wow. Okay. So you really perfected that in that process. Cool.
Yeah. And that's a good one to perfect too, because those signs, I mean, sell fast.
Nice. Did you end up selling that one?
Yeah, I actually sold it the day after I posted it.
Nice. Good for you. Good for you. Do you ever experience burnout or a creative rut? And if you do, how do you pull yourself out of that and pull yourself through that?
I just got over that, to be honest with you. And it was a bad one. Like I went into a depression because I couldn't make myself do any kind of art. I would just, I'd lay in bed and watch YouTube. I don't know what it was, but anytime I would try to carve, I would start and I'd get a line off and I would just give up. Like that was it. Like I'd stress out and I'd walk away and go vent somewhere or watch YouTube or something. And then I wouldn't bring myself back out for a week. I think really for me, the way I got out of it was whining to my wife enough about it that she pretty much just put me in my place and was like, look, you just got to go do it. And it's going to bother you, but just get it over with and go do it. And you'll eventually find your way. So for me, it's just being told to suck it up.
Yeah. And it sounds, maybe it's different. And I've seen a couple of comments flash through the chat that I can see on my phone. Carving is therapy for a lot of people.
Yes.
And for me, it is 110% building or carving. Being creative is definitely therapy for me, for my depression and anxiety that I suffer from. And I've got it pretty bad. Yeah. And it's not just it hit me today, where it just hit me this week. No, it's pretty much a everyday struggle. But the building, the carving, the making, that is definitely a therapy for me to help me get out of that zone. So yeah. Awesome.
And that's me. I have severe anxiety. I have PTSD. I have depression, like all that. And whenever I come out and I put a video on or a music track on, and I put my headphones in and get my carving tools out, it's like nothing else exists for that time. Like no problems, nothing to worry about, no stress. It's just pure bliss and peace.
Yeah, there's days that I want to go live or I want to make a video, but it's just more beneficial to put some headphones on, crank up the music, or just crank up the music, not even headphones, and just sit here and just carve. Just go at it.
Oh, yeah.
When I'm done, I'm done. I don't have to worry about talking to the camera. I don't have to worry about chat. I can just get out here and zone. Yes, Rusty.
Joseph Keller wants to know, what is your best selling item? And then I have some follow-up questions.
My best selling item is owls, chainsaw carved owls. That every time I make one, usually as soon as I put it out, it's gone.
Nice. What so somebody wanting to get into carving, what is a good starter saw and bar combo? What is, like is an electric saw, one of them small electric saws? Is that something that you can really do anything with, or do you need like a skill 170, with a 14-inch bar?
I started out with an electric saw. The problem I had there was twice I cut my power cord in half, not paying attention. So as long as you're careful, the electric saw will do a lot of your smaller stuff, starting out with like pumpkins. Start out with pumpkins. They're easy to do. They're easy to learn the skills and the control of the saw. You can do that with an electric saw. But I think the best starter saw is probably the MS 162, because you can get it for sometimes 150, 180 bucks, and then get the dime tip bar for it. That's about another 150 bucks with the bar and chain. So you're about 300 in, and you can I'd literally do everything with my 162. I mean, I have Husqvarnas and I have other ones, but that 162 has been my best budget friendly.
Nice. Okay.
And thank you, boss lady. Thank you, boss lady, very much. I do appreciate
boss
it.
Lady?
Ooh.
Yes.
Boss lady in the house.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay. How about sharpening rigs? Do you believe in sharpening a certain sharpening tool, or are you completely just your hand and whatever size the file, a rat tail file, you figured that out, or is there one to look for?
So I use Dremel bits for mine. They have chain sharpening bits for your Dremel. I've been using that for about a year, and then recently I went to a Harbor Freight here and bought, I think it was like $35. I bought an electric sharpener. I would prefer to do it with the Dremel bit over anything. You can get a lot more accurate, a lot more detailed, and it's a lot faster. I mean, a couple seconds on the chain and it's sharp. That's just me though. I'm not a pro, so.
So
how long have you been carving? How long have you been chainsaw?
I've been chainsaw carving about a year and a half.
Okay. All right.
So Tiffany brought up a good point. We should have had her on. I mean, we should have had her on with you, because she's got some good stuff going on. But she goes, it all comes down to what makes you comfortable. Choosing a tool is a very personal thing. And a lot of people don't realize that, but it kind of is.
Yes, she is exactly right. 100%. I couldn't have said it better than that.
Yeah, I mean, so I kind of threw a fit the other day, and it was my own bonehead mistake, and I can't reach them. I had a company send me out, and it's been too cold to deal with it. Send me out some 10-inch saw blades, for like your miter saw and stuff. And I'm supposed to do a review of them, which eventually I will. But I told them a 10-inch would be fine. And not thinking about it, my miter saw is 12-inch. So it doesn't fit on the arbor like it does a 10-inch. I do have a 10-inch saw. and I went, put the blade on it, tried repairing the safety guard that my son broke. And even just turning that saw on, feels so much different than the action of the 12-inch that I just kind of set it aside. I'm like, no, I'm not going to mess with it. It doesn't feel right. I don't, because I'm so used to that one. So once it warms up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up putting those onto my table saw, and I'll review them using the table saw. So she is 100% right. I mean, that is, wow, that is really good. So just so you guys know how cold it is, I brought water out to drink, and it is freezing. It's already freezing in the cup, sitting here. So if you didn't think it was cold, it is cold.
Do you not have a space heater out there with you?
Yeah, it's right here by my butt.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say I'm not coming out here without my heater.
Yeah.
So my butt and my stomach is warm. My toes are tingling, and my hands have not left the pockets yet. So, well, not very often.
Oh, thanks, Greg. Yeah, that's my window on hell there. I actually made that. I actually made that with AI.
I ain't telling no stories about anybody. I ain't painting my fingernails.
There you go.
Well,
Yep.
So yeah, Pilato went there. I was gonna wait towards the end. Yeah, because she's right. It's about you, not her. But if by chance, we might be able to do this off of YouTube. If you got any good stories to tell me about Amy Jo, you know, I will be willing.
That would be great.
I will be the head on your shoulder when you need to talk, and I will listen to whatever you have to say.
Where in the country are you located, Josh, if you don't mind?
So I am in Kentucky, right on the Indiana border.
Right. That's right. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Western Kentucky, I guess you could say.
Right.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So look at them. Oh, I'm sorry, Rusty. Go ahead.
I was just going to say we go camping up in well, we didn't last year, but for the last 3 or 4 years we go camping for a week up in Kentucky at a friend's house close to I can't even freaking think of the name of it now, but it's in sort of western middle-ish Kentucky, like just off of 75.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love it up there. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful, but the weather sucks. You never know what the weather's going to be from 1 hour to the next.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm in Alabama. I don't want none of that shit up there.
Just go a little bit further north to Michigan if you think the weather sucks.
No.
I'm in Michigan too much.
I'm telling you what, it'll be 90 degrees one day and snow the next. It's stupid.
Oh, I'm dreading. I'm dreading it. Yeah, Tiffany says next time you're down, you ought to go to Bardstown.
Yeah.
And do the tours.
Yeah. Damn it.
Oh, I would love to do the tours. I cannot do the tours because I don't drink. I can't drink. If that ever changes in my life again, I will come down and do the tours. But right now, I have probably. I'm looking out the garage door into the house, like I can actually see it. But I probably have 70 different bourbon bottles in my cabinet. So I really don't need any more. If I started drinking again, I have plenty to get me going.
All right, I was wrong. Not 75, 165, close to Owensboro.
That's where we live. Yeah.
Yeah, we're over. Let's see. Let me get down here closer to it. I got it.
So
marked.
we're right at about 25 minutes from Owensboro. That's where we do all of our shopping at.
Let's see, Fordsville, Reynolds Station, Whitesville. It's in that kind of little area.
Yep. We actually have friends in Fordsville.
There you go. Yeah. Yep. That's
Well, next time you come down, let us know.
Heck yeah. Well, we're thinking about September this year because June and July last couple of years have been hell. Literally, it was like the hottest I've ever been, and it was like, nah, we gotta pick a different time of year. God, it was hot.
Last year was really hot.
Yeah, but
All right.
Have a great night, Rainey.
Where do you want to see Nini&Pops Woodshop go in the next 5 years?
Oh, I want to just kind of be like you guys have. I want it just to be community. That's what I'm all about. Is I'm just all about making people happy and people enjoying my art. Like even when I sell my art, like I get a lot of crap for it, but I sell it at probably a quarter to half of the price as what everybody else does. Because I just enjoy knowing it's somebody's house. So I want my plan with Nini&Pops is to grow my audience, grow my skill set, and then kind of just get that community of people to talk to and bring the stress levels down. I don't really have. Go ahead.
You're in the community now. This is your community. Just like I have a feeling when we found the community, they welcomed us in. And I think as people get to know you, they're going to welcome you in. And then that's just going to make the community that much bigger. And that's awesome. So, yep. Cool.
Thanks for dropping in, Sprague. That's a good guy.
Yeah. If you like wood turning, watch his channel, Sprague Wood Turning. Man, he does some beautiful, beautiful resin and woodwork. My goodness, it's amazing. It is truly amazing. But you touched on something, and I want to kind of touch on it. You had mentioned that you sell your stuff for like a quarter or half of what it's really worth, just because you enjoy the fact that people like what you create. That is awesome. But one thing that I will tell you is, and I'm sure you know this, but know your worth.
Yeah.
Eventually, if the channel or the business takes off, it will always be easier to lower your prices than raise your prices. So if there's one thing I could suggest, it's know your worth and try to put a fair value on it, not just to sell it, because I've seen some of the stuff you make, and you do really, really good. So
I appreciate that.
That's just the one thing that I would, if there was a tip I could give you, that's one thing I would say. It's just know your worth. And now, an off the wall question, because I saw those little morel mushrooms that you made. Have you ever thought about making like, oh, hold on. Let me switch screens here and solo you. There you go. Yes. Those are awesome.
Oh, that's actually a black walnut shell. So I took the black walnut out of it and hardened the shell up, and then carved the morels and put them in there with the moss.
And Plato asked,
that's cool.
I haven't sold any of my stuff. How could I go about selling my work product without using the word firewood? Oh, Plato.
For one, don't ever consider your work firewood. That's number one. What I do is I always use a story of every time I talk to a customer, like when I'm at shows and stuff. I always use the story of back in the day of the Indians. They believe, because I'm part Native American, so we believe that when a tree dies or when it falls down, like, you give it new life. So basically, you're taking that wood, you're giving it new life. Now, I market mine mostly as driftwood sculptures because most of my wood I get off the riverbanks or,
Nice.
after storms or out of people's yards. So I don't buy wood. I would rather go out and find it and give it a new life.
So
Just like this piece. So that piece was a piece of driftwood that I found on the river down here. You know what I mean? Give it a new life.
So maybe I'll share this later because most everybody has heard this story. But I'm with you. I will search. I will be driving down the road at 70 miles an hour, see a piece of wood on the ground, and I will stop and pick up that wood. But did you ever hear on one of the lives where I had 3 Michigan State troopers pull up on me while I was picking up wood up north?
Do what now?
So I've told this before, but I'll tell it again. So up north where I go in Alpena, they had a really bad ice storm last year. So while I was up there during the summertime, I was driving up and down roads and just picking up logs, wood, whatever. Well, I was driving down this road and I pulled over, my bad, on the wrong side of the road because I was kind of zigzagging. I'd see wood and then stop over here and then drive over there. I had a car full of logs. And I pulled over, stopped on the wrong side of the road, and I'm sitting down and I'm answering emails on my phone, right? Well, I look up and all of a sudden there's 3 Michigan State troopers pulled up in front of me. And I'm like, really? Where did you guys come from? Because nobody travels this road. And I didn't get a ticket, but it was a funny situation to say the least. So when you say that you pick up wood from the ground, yes. I can't remember who says it, but they call it fog wood, found on the ground wood, because a lot of times I don't know what I'm carving. I just pick up logs that may or may not have bark, and it's either hard or it's soft. I can generally tell if it's pine or cedar. If it's really, really hard, I can pretty much guess it's oak. But other than that, I don't know what I'm carving.
So 2 things real quick. One, I would like to know how people do commissions. I can't do commission pieces. If somebody asks me, hey, go carve me a morel mushroom and, have it this tall, this wide, or go carve me a bear, I can't do that. Like, I start and I just lose everything. Like, I lose all my skills, all my thoughts. But if I just go out there and I just make a single cut, all of a sudden something will come to my head and I'll see it and I can do it fine.
Yeah, I think, Bear and the Boss Lady and Creation Dust, they have a level of experience to where I'm pretty confident if you ask them to make something, they could do it, on a commission base. But I think you've got to get to that level. Creation Dust, for sure. I have no doubt that if you ask them, make me this, that he can make it. Same with Bear. But yeah, that's
Bear
now,
and Creation does amaze me. Like when I
Yeah.
watch them, I'm like, that's where I want to be one day.
Yep. And now, if you want me to make you something, I can make you just about whatever. And I could do that on a commission base, but I don't know how people can carve on a commission base because, like you, a lot of the stuff I make, I just sit down and I start carving. And wherever the wood takes me, it takes me, and I really pay attention to that. So yeah, I don't know. That's a good question, and I think that's just a level of skill that you get to.
Yeah. And to go back to a question earlier, my second thing, my wife had a good point. They were asking about selling their work. She made a good point how I got started selling mine. I sat it out in my front yard. Set it out in the front yard, make sure it wasn't easily accessible for somebody to steal. But if they did, they need it more than me. But I set it out in the front yard and people would ride by and see it. And the next thing you know, they're stopping and asking about it and talking about it. And then that gets you the word out.
I need to stop hitting buttons because I'm removing myself out of everything. I don't even know what to do right now. I tried highlighting a comment and all of a sudden, boom, I'm gone on my laptop. I'm like, where'd it go? And I'm looking at the phone like, am I still there? And I don't do drugs. I don't. But it's confusing when you're on
Thank
stream
God.
on the phone and on the laptop. But I went to highlight a comment and then all of a sudden, boom, I kicked myself out. Whatever. Pulling a Rusty right now. Whatever.
It's Rusty's fault.
No, it's not my fault. I'm just sitting here. All right, let's see. So what specific PPE do you recommend? Do you have like a favorite manufacturer? You don't, or do you use it? Steel-toed boots? Is that a thing? I mean,
Yes. So I definitely do not do anything without steel-toe boots. Not even hand carving. I don't do any hand carving, any chainsaw carving, anything without steel-toe boots.
Yeah.
I don't use like gloves and stuff like that. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of cheap. So most of my PPE comes from Harbor Freight. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't like spending a lot of money on it. And then I'm low overhead, so
There you go.
Yeah.
I think with chainsaw carving, you've got to be a little bit more on the proactive side
yes.
with the PPE. Me, I've almost removed. It's funny. With the Dremel tool, I've almost removed appendages with it because I'll use the foot pedal and I'll go to set it down. It'll still be running. I'll forget to take my foot off the pedal and then it will drop in my lap. And there's some days where it's just good that I have pants on because
do you know how many times I've had mine wrap up in my shirt?
Yep. I've broke flex shafts because I'll be sitting here like this and I'll be carving. All of a sudden, I'll just make that one wrong move and then my shirt's all tangled up in it. It's going and then snap. And it's like, oh. Matter of fact, the first day I got my flex shaft, I broke it that way.
It's always a good day when DeLon has his pants on.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. It is always a good day. It is always a good day when my pants are on. And the other that.
Vincent said he responded to your email the other day, so you need to check your email.
All right, I will do that. I've been a little bit lax on that, but I will get back to your email and look in that, and then I'll get back with you. Awesome. Cool. Well, we have probably about 20 minutes left. Do you have any other questions that you would like to ask Rusty or I?
He don't need to know anything. He doesn't know anything about us to ask any questions, but he's going to learn.
So I already know what your favorite tools are because everybody asks that. I guess Rusty. So how did you get your start? Because that's one thing I don't know.
Well, one, I'm not a carver. I barely can nail two pieces of wood together. I'm just learning all of this. I guess the only thing that I really add right now is helping Deland do these lives, and like the intro. I made that intro. You know, I like editing to a point. I kind of have to get in the mood to do it, to do editing. I haven't really made a whole lot. I made a coffee table. My first build was a coffee table for my mother, which I really liked how that turned out. But I got my start with Deland when we both quit drinking for a while. I have since restarted, but not like I was. And it was just a way to, try to keep my mind off of drinking, because I was pretty far gone into it, to the detriment of my health. Liver was not doing good. But I like the creative aspect of it, just I see something and I want to challenge myself, see if I can build it. And now I'm doing the workshop, my workshop build. Nothing like blowing nearly $10,000 on a hobby that you're not even really super committed to, or don't know what you're going to do with it yet. But hey, here I am.
Sounds like you better get committed, buddy.
So
there's two questions that I want to get from the chat. Pilato said or asked, "What's the biggest thing you've ever carved?" And New Roots asks, "What's your favorite piece that you've ever made?" So what's the biggest and what's your favorite?
So the biggest is probably the tree, the actual live tree that you had in the picture.
Okay. In the thumbnail?
Yes, in the thumbnail. That's probably my biggest. It's about 8 foot tall, I think. It's an actual live tree here in town. It's just in a bad corner of a road. So the guy wanted something to kind of freak people out in the middle of the night when they come flying around that road. So he had me carve a big wood spirit face there.
Nice.
That's probably my biggest.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then my favorite, I'm going to say it was another wood spirit that I made. It was about 7 foot tall. It was a wood spirit, and then at the bottom of it, I put like fallen leaves coming down it, and then morel mushrooms all around the bottom. That was probably my favorite. You'll be able to see it. I'll put a video of it, or it might be a video on my YouTube. And that one is actually sitting in about $1 million, $1.5 million house right now.
Nice. All right. So, a lady named Tiffany asked a question. What's the hardest part about working with your wife? And then she says, "I'll wait." So we're putting you on the spot on YouTube live. And not only do the viewers want to know, but your wife wants to know.
The hardest thing about working with my wife is learning that she's always right. And I'm always wrong.
Hey, good answer. Good answer.
Her way to do it should have been done the first time, and then I wouldn't have had to do it a second time.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I have learned that. Absolutely. Yeah.
That ain't awesome. The best answer. That's the only answer. I want to watch y'all's YouTubes tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'll send you a short of that. I will clip it and that way you can send it to her, and it will remind her. How's that?
Yes, we all do have to learn that one the hard way, unfortunately.
Yep.
And then New Roots goes, that's exactly what everyone else would have said too, regardless of the truth. Ooh.
In my case, it probably is the truth because 90% of the time I try to rush and do it and it's wrong. And then, so in my case, it probably is the truth.
Oh, absolutely. We're out working on the shop the other day, and
I'll be right back.
I grab a piece of wood that we've been messing with, and I'm fixing to throw it up there upside down and backwards, and I'm fixing to nail it right in there. And she's like, "Whoa, take it out, flip it over, turn it back." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm glad you were here." Because I'm focused. It's like this piece of wood's got to go there, and I just shove it up there, and I'm fixing to no, take it. So yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Judy,
I own that one.
Yeah,
I do that more times than you know, Rusty. I'll be in the and I get a big thing because I don't believe in instructions.
yeah.
I think I can figure it out myself. And there's a couple extra bolts, and she's like, "Now, if you'd have just read the instructions, there wouldn't be extra bolts."
Yeah, there you go. Now that's where I differ from you. I am a stickler for instructions on every look. I have grabbed other people's car manuals that they got with their car and read it because I want to know. And then when they have a question, I can answer it.
So wait a second. Hold on. You guys, hold on a second. You mean, seriously now, when you buy something and it has instructions and you have to assemble it.
Yep.
You mean to tell me that they don't send extra screws?
Sometimes they do. Sometimes
not very often though.
Not very often, but sometimes there's one or two extra in there. Oh, absolutely. But no.
I mean, I'm being realistic here because I always have extra screws and nuts and bolts and everything. So
that's because you didn't read the instructions. I mean, there it is.
I should have listened to Tiffany.
Look, I'll put it to you this way. In the 80s, I could set the time on the VCR and set it to record and turn off at specific times. There you go. I could do it. Why? Because I read the freaking manual. Yeah.
That's too many words. It's too much talking.
No, them people, they made it. They know exactly how that crap's supposed to work. Yep.
Nice.
Get extra screws and parts. Usually if you get extra screws, though, I've noticed there's usually a little spot that says spare parts or extra parts.
Yeah.
But those don't always happen, and I still always have extra screws or parts.
I'm telling you, I'm there's two things I'm lucky about. One, I'm not allowed to paint in the house because I'm not a painter. And I was left to paint once. Never again. So I never in my life have to paint a house. And whether it's because of extra parts or whatnot, I'm no longer allowed to assemble stuff. Mainly because I don't read instructions. I look at the pictures. Okay, this screw goes in this hole. Boom, good enough for me. It's standing. It held a couple of things before it fell, and we're good. It was a poor product, not poor assembly. But now, if you want me to make something, I will make that the strongest, whatever you want, and it will hold a car. And I'm good with that. Now, my wife generally does not come into the shop while I'm making stuff to try and give me direction. She waits until I'm completely done with said project and then tells me everything that's wrong with it. So I at least get to get through the project before I get the criticism. So
My wife has a big problem with every time we go to the store, she sees something she wants to buy, and I'm like, but I can make that for you.
yes. 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 Why spend $30 at Hobby Lobby when I can make it for $70?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
In 5 hours of labor. Yes.
Yes. But you know what? It's going to be such a better piece. It may cost more money in material, but it's not this flak board. It's not MDF. It's actual wood. And it's something that's actually going to last. So,
Yeah.
yes.
And she's still waiting on those things, she says. There are quite a few that I've said I'll build you that, and then never.
Raja, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Raja.
Blessings to you, Raja.
All right, so I want to be respectful to Josh, and you know, did anybody notice that the land? Wait, your wife lets you build it all the way wrong, then tells you yes, yes. More than one occasion, she has asked for something, and she basically just gives me a picture or describes what she wants, and I will get it made. And it will be finished. It will be completed. And I will take it in the house and I will go, look at what I created for you. And then she will be like, yeah, that's not right. And I'll be like, look what I didn't create for you and look what you're not going to get. So, yes, that has happened a couple of times. That has happened
This
a couple
was
of
my
times.
trial run.
Yep. It was my trial run. Now, the funny thing is, you know, when your grandson, who's 11 years old, when he calls you out for something, it's pretty embarrassing. Pretty embarrassing. We were making, I did a video probably about 7 or 8 months ago on making a spice rack out of fence picket. It eventually came out beautiful. It was a really nice spice rack. But I wasn't paying attention when I glued it up, and the sides were straight, but the boards were like this on the inside. I didn't pay attention. I take it apart. I take the clamps off of it, go in the house, ask him if he's ready to paint it, and my wife looks at it and goes, well, that's crooked as hell. And I look at it and I went, wow. And then my grandson goes, I don't want that.
Oh, man. What's the one thing I made for my wife that I'm most proud of? My wife is a giraffe freak. We have a place here that has giraffes, and you can pay to go feed them and stuff like that. So I made her an actual giraffe chair. And it's I think it's on one of my YouTube or one of my pages. It may have been on that video I just put out, but I made her a giraffe chair, and that's probably the favorite thing I've made her.
Nice. And woodchucker, I have not carved any cottonwood bark yet, so I cannot tell you.
You got some coming your way.
I've got some. I just haven't carved it.
Oh, okay. Well, you
Yep,
got some Eastern red cedar too. I'm bringing you some Eastern red cedar.
Nice. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. All right. So I'm going to be respectful to the time. Plus, Rusty, I think, has to go do Beaver After Dark. We've been going for about an hour and 26 minutes.
Yep.
So go to Rusty's channel, subscribe to Rusty's channel, go to Josh's channel, as if we needed another Josh in the community. I think that's like number 348.
We got to start calling him Pops. That's Pops right there. We got it. Yeah, Pops. So we know.
I know everybody, when I'm in the chat, everybody always says, "Hey, Nini, hey, Nini." I'm just like, okay.
Nice.
And yes, Matt, she does need a high chair. My wife was born in the trees. She's one of the Keeblers. She'll kill me when I go in the house now, but she's a lot shorter than me, so.
The new roots, thank you very much. Awesome. Well, I'm going to call it a night, guys. Thank you very much, ladies, gentlemen, everybody. Thank you for being here. And please pray for Josh, because I've got a feeling when the live is over and he goes in the house, he may get into some trouble.
I may not go in the house.
Let's all pray for a speedy recovery. Yes. And next week, we're going to have Tiffany on. And
yeah, hold on. I gotta make a. Kevin Durica is so obsessed with this YMCA dance. You know what, Durica? I think if you will dress up as the cop of the YMCA and do that, I will dress up as the construction worker and do the YMCA dance. And I guess I'll videotape it and send you a copy, because somehow I think this is some sort of weird thing with you.
I haven't understood it the whole night.
Yeah.
I've seen it pop up a couple of times, and I don't know why he wants me to do the YMCA dance. And no, I'm not going to do it.
I'm pretty sure it's one of his favorited videos, and he probably watches it daily. The YMCA guys. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, if Kevin comes on and does the YMCA dance with us,
dressed as the cop.
Dressed as the cop.
Yeah.
And Rusty, you said you would be the construction worker?
Yes, I could throw together the construction worker. Yeah. Yeah.
Then that would leave me to be the biker.
Or the Indian.
No, Josh has to be the Indian, because Josh said he's got Native American in him.
There you go. Boom. There it is.
There we go. We've got the foursome. Now we just got to get Kevin on, get all the costumes together, and we will do it.
Yes. Yeah, there you go.
And yes, I just voluntold you, Josh.
Yeah, I seen that. And I'm good with it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Have a good night. Thank you very much for being here. Go subscribe. What are we cowards for? You're the coward for not doing it.
Yeah.
You made an offer.
Yeah.
We countered.
He's hollering
now
about
it's up to you.
doing it. So we're challenging you, Kevin.
That's right. That is business. You set the offer. We countered. And now you come back. So there you go.
Well, you have to go buy one. They're not expensive.
Yeah.
So there you go.
All right, guys. Ladies, gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. Have a great night. Josh, don't leave yet. You're going to be backstage.
Yeah.
And Tiffany, we're going to get you on one week so we can talk about Josh. Have a good night, guys. Thank you so much.
Good night, guys.
And have a great rest of the week.